welcome back to ByBare. I'm Stephanie. Today we're going to be talking about all my empties that I've been collecting for a few months, probably about 6 months until now. And this is going to be a three-part segment. Part one is all going to be beauty and cosmetics and makeup removal. Part two will be all skincare, and that's actually going to be the longest video. I love skincare to death, so that's going to be probably about a good 20 minutes. And part three will be bath, body, and home. So let's get started with some beauty empties. And this is the cutest little empty container that I have. We're going to be using my Hello Kitty Easter basket, but I store all my empties in here, and she's just the cutest thing. No matter how old I get, I'm always going to rock the kitty. So we'll put her there. All the makeup remover is in that basket. So we're going to start off with all beauty products that I've accumulated. This is the MAC bag, and this has all of my stuff that I'm going to be sending back to MAC. So let's go through that. Can't wait to get my lipstick or my eyeshadow. Leave some comments for me because I want to try some new lipsticks out or some eyeshadows. I want to kind of get out of that whole fall rut with the mauves and the berries and the nudes. I want some bright colors, stuff for spring and summer, stuff that will help bring out my coloring. So if you're NW 35, NW 43 and below, and you've got some great tips and colors for me, please leave them in the comments before. I appreciate that. So I do have two Select Sheer Press Powder Empty Compacts from MAC. Both of them are NW 35. These are my classics. I've been using a lot of MAC products since high school, so I always repurchase these. They're just really great for setting my face, setting under my concealer underneath my eyes. I really don't wear a lot of face powder. I use it to set and to blot here and there. My skin tone is normal, but these are just classics for me. And then I have two MAC Blot Powder Empty Compacts. And my color, isn't that cool? I close them together, make that cute sound. Both of them are obviously in dark, and that is my color for the blot powder. So I've got 4 compacts, and I've got 2 lipsticks, 4, 5, 6. So hopefully, I think 6 is enough to get a product. So this one was Matte Russian Red Lipstick, and I finished that. That is just gorgeous. You can even kind of see inside the tube there. That is just such a creamy, matte, perfect red lip. I really did enjoy that color. And this is, the formula is Amplified in Dubonnet, I believe, D-U-B-O-N-N-E-T. This is another red. It's actually more of almost like a brick red. You can see through the tube. Very nice. So I got lipstick on my hands. I finished up 2 of those and 4 of my compacts, so I'm excited to go back to MAC and do a little shopping. Okay, my next bag, everything beauty-wise, is in this Sears bag here. Remember when Sears had their beauty department open? Then they went and they shut everything down. I'm so mad at them. It was so convenient to go in there and get some cosmetics. Okay, oh goodness, I can't wait to throw this away in the trash. It's absolute garbage. This is Real Techniques Beauty Blender Style. That's what I'm going to call it. Beauty Blender Style brush. Excuse me, sponge. And I used it one time. Let's say that again. One time. I went to go wash it, and it split right in the middle. With my other beauty blender, you put the shampoo, however you clean it, and then I gently massage and help if I put it in view. Gently massage in the product, and then it gets it clean. So I did the same thing with this sponge, massaged with both my thumbs here, gentle pressure, and then it ripped. So, I mean, it was $5, but you know what? Like I say, just get the real thing. The real beauty blender is worth it. Pay the $20. I actually have off Amazon. I bought mine off Amazon. It was 2 for $20. So it was a great deal. And I'm still using my first one, and it hasn't broken. Okay, my next empty is, boy, did I use that down to the nub. This is from Estee Lauder. This is their Kohl Double Wear Kohl Pencil in dark brown. You can see that. and it has a little smudger on the back here, and the color is number 4, and it's Brown Rider, I believe was the name. They've changed the formula and they've changed the packaging and the name, so I believe it's called something else, but it's a Kohl double wear formula. And I mean, any Estee Lauder double wear eyeliner will stay on their eyebrows. It will keep everything in place and stay on all day, all night. I love their double wear formula. Okay, next thing is L'Oreal's True Match. I'm in the color W8 Cafe Cream, and that's what the container looks like. And it's pretty empty. I've already purchased a backup for this, and what I do with my foundations that don't have a pump, I just pour them into those airless pump containers and put that on there, and then I just peel off the logo tab off the old bottle, and I stick it on the plastic container, and that's how I know basically what foundation it is. So I finished that up, and I've already purchased another one and then poured that one into the bottle. Same thing for Revlon's Nearly Naked foundation. Oh, I forgot to say how I love this foundation. Sorry about that. I really do love L'Oreal's True Match formula. It's really blendable. It works with any tool. I can use my fingers, I can use my beauty blender, my stippling brush from Real Techniques. It works like a dream. So this is always, again, another classic for me. I'll always repurchase that foundation. This is Revlon's Nearly Naked. This is the bottle, but I've already purchased another one, and then I've tore it off the label and stuck it in the airless container. I am in the color, well, I took off the label, so I don't know what I am. It would help to know. I think I'm in the color Caramel, if I can remember. That's the color that this was. Another great foundation. I also have Urban Decay's Naked. That's a whole other video in itself if you want to kind of compare and contrast between the two. But I really do like Revlon's Nearly Naked. I don't feel it on my skin. It's not drying. It doesn't settle in. Another empty I have is Giorgio Armani's Silk Foundation Powder. I'm in the color 09. Obviously all done here. And I really like Armani's compacts. They've already reformulated this and changed the packaging. So I took off, it had like another circle disc here where the sponge lays inside, and it had a circle device in there. I went ahead and ripped that off, and that way I can keep the mirror. This is my second purchase for this, so I have my first compact I use as a mirror just to apply my makeup. But I really love Armani's products. His foundation, Silk Foundation, it's like a powder foundation. You put that on, it's not going anywhere. It covers everything. Your face is flawless, even if you just use the sponge that comes with it. If you use a buffing brush, you know it's out of control. You have even more of a flawless finish. It's just amazing. So I'm always going to be repurchasing it. Again, he's already reformulated it, and it's in a different name and category, but as far as I'm concerned, it's the same thing. I'm still going to repurchase it. More powders. I see 2 more powder compacts here. This one I finished up is by Bobbi Brown. This is the Sheer Finish Pressed Powder in number 3. Golden Orange is my color. It's so hard to try and get around the rest of that ring, because boy, do I try and get around that ring and get the rest of the product out. But that's what it looks like, and I've already repurchased a backup of this. I love using Bobbi Brown's pressed powders or their loose powders, and I'm also in the color number 3 Golden Orange in the loose powder. I like using theirs together as a set. The complexion products is what I call it the complexion. Bobbi Brown's foundations work very well with the powders is what I've noticed. My holy grail foundation with them was the oil-free even finish. They went ahead and discontinued it and changed it into a different formulation. But when you apply this with that with that foundation, again, flawless coverage. Bobbi Brown's foundations and their powders also are the exact skin tone, my exact skin tone. So in the foundations, I'm 6.5, and I mean, I'm always kind of like in the middle just with my coloring and my ethnicity, but her foundations and her powders work amazing on my face. So I've already and will always use her. complexion products, her foundations and her concealers and her powders I always use. Okay, the last powder I have in here is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. This was in translucent, so it didn't have any, excuse me, transparent 001. It didn't have any coloring to it. It had a slight white tone to it, depending on what foundation or concealer I was trying to set it with, is what I noticed. But I haven't purchased another one. I think I already have a backup, but I don't think I'm really going to necessarily run out and buy another one. It was good for its purpose, but I have also so much other things. I'm just going to go ahead and try and finish everything up. That's one of my goals this year, or was my goal, and I'm still on the kick, is stop being wasteful and use up what I have. Try not to buy and go shopping all the time, but just really try to be mindful and to recycle. Those are my goals for this year. So I'm doing a good job at it so far. I have a bunch of mascaras in here. I can't even hold them all. Okay, next is, here's two Revlons. I have Grow Luscious Plumping, and it's always in black for me. So that's what the tube looks like. I don't even remember if they even still have this, because you know they're always changing. They're always changing formulas and everything's coming out all new and everything. So that's what the tube looks like. And the next one is the Lash Potion by Grow Luscious. Both of these are wonderful together. When I wear my mascaras, I usually, sometimes 3 or 4, I add a primer. I wear different formulas and textures together. So I usually will wear a primer on top of it, and then I'll either put on a lengthening or a volume, or sometimes a thickening and put 3 on there. Oh yeah, I layer like crazy. Wait till you get to my skincare empties. I layer like crazy. So Revlon's, these two together are really good. So I haven't purchased any mascara. I have so much. So I will remember though to buy this version again. I've already written down on my notes. I use my note app on my iPhone of stuff that I have to remember to buy. So that's already on my list there. So that way when it's time to go shopping, I remember what I need to buy. Okay, I'm trying to grab all this mascara here. Okay. Oh goodness, this one. Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara in black. Now, I went out and bought this because everybody was raving about it on YouTube, and it was in every one of my girlfriends' drawers. So of course, you know, I went out and I bought it. I don't tend to do that though, and I've noticed that that's always has been me, is when I see a lot of people run out and go buy something, I don't run out and go buy it too. I'm always kind of like in the corner, wondering, want to watch some reviews before I want to run out and buy it. So I think when everyone runs out and buys it, it kind of turns me off, if that even makes any sense. But I went ahead and caved and I bought this. I mean, it's inexpensive. I think it was like $3. I can't recall. And I absolutely hated it. I tried all different ways to use this. I doubled this up with my L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous. That's my Holy Grail mascara. I tried to probably rotating it through all my other mascaras, trying to get it to work. So I was like trying to understand, well, everybody loves it. What is so great about this darn thing? I absolutely hated it. It made my lashes all stuck together, no matter if I wore it by itself. I do recall several times just wearing it by myself. I said, okay, don't wear it with anything else. See if it works. And it still was not good. So I'm not going to repurchase it. Should have just stuck with my old rule of thumb. Don't run off and go buy what everybody else buys. So that's my opinion, of course. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of haters leaving comments. Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. I did finish that up in black. All my mascaras are black, if I haven't said that already. This was really good. Maybelline's mascaras, I've been using that since high school, so I tend to kind of grab Maybelline first, probably over like CoverGirl or any other drugstore version. I really did like this, and this made my lashes very full and lush, and it's a great layering mascara too. I'll just call it layering because again, I can wear multiple textures, or excuse me, formulas. It's a great layering mascara. So I will repurchase that, and I do recommend it. This one is from the Balm What's Your Type Black Mascara. It's the Bodybuilder. So I believe this was a volume formula. This was in my Ipsy. Well, at that time it was My Glam. I've been with Ipsy for quite some time. So it was in I believe it was called My Glam back then, in my bag. And I finally finished that up. And this actually I remember being very good. It's a good layering mascara as well. And it was great on its own. So would I buy it again or would I recommend it? Yes. But again, I have so many other ones, but I definitely recommend if you're looking for something. I don't even remember how much that even cost. Sometimes I look at the retail values, but I think it was a good buy if you're looking for something. This is Lancome's Difficiels. I can never pronounce that word. In black, of course. And this is a sample of theirs. I mean, look at this. Everything's rubbed off. But Lancome, obviously, is L'Oreal. L'Oreal owns Lancome as far as I'm concerned. All the wands are made in the same little factory. It's what they do down the belt. They just slap, I'm sure, different brand names on it, but I know the wand is the same. Lancome's mascaras are fabulous. And of course, I'll repurchase, and I've gotten the full size of this. But L'Oreal and Lancome, you can't do wrong with their mascaras. Oh, this is a good one. I actually just finished this up at the end of April. This is Clinique Super Primer, Universal Face Primer. This is a sample. This is a very generous size sample, but that's what the bag keeps wanting to fall. That's what the actual tube will look like. I got this sample during Nordstrom's Beauty Trend Show, which was April 12th, and I got actually a couple packs of these, so I'm going to use them up. This primer is amazing. It has like a lotion type texture is what I can recall. And once you smooth it on, it doesn't go into any type of silicone, nothing. It just makes everything stick to your face. But it doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel like you can feel the product, and then you layer your foundation on. If anything, it makes your foundation and it makes your concealer just glide on. I really like this. I do have a lot of primers. I looked at my collection. I was like, I have a lot of everything. I just have like a primer wing. I have a foundation wing, mascara wing. So once I get a little bit low on my primers, I'm going to repurchase this because this was really good. Or get some samples and make sure I travel with them too, because I like to travel with little packs. Okay, a couple more things here and we'll be done, and then we're going to go to makeup removal. I finally finished this little sample of Chanel's perfume Chance, and I got this usually in a perfume set. Usually when I buy perfume, I get the lotion and the shower gels and little tiny travel stuff. This smells amazing. I really like it. I would definitely purchase the full size or give it away as a gift. I think it's very universal for all women. I think any woman would love to get any Chanel anything. Let's keep it real. I know I would, but the perfume is really nice. It smells just great. I mean, I don't know how to really describe the notes, but it just has a clean, it's a real girly to me, but in a grown-up way. If that even makes sense. I like it. So, but I have a lot more perfume, so I'm not going to be repurchasing yet. We're going to leave this one for last because I'm upset at that one, so we're gonna leave that last. Okay, next is Nars Liquid Liner in black, and I finished that up of what I could use. This has, look at that sticky top. I actually am going to be filming a video on how to clean all the Nars products because I found a method how to do that. But it did have actually another little thing on top, but I lost it. So that's kind of what it is. And you would put in, this came with the actual Nars liquid liner brush, and you would stick it in and then apply the product to your eyelid. It was great to apply to the top and the bottom lash. It was a nice, deep, smoky black. But over time, because I mean, I did have this for a couple of years, I would still shake it up and it got a little watery. They don't have this anymore. I really don't actually know what's their new liquid liner, if they even have something. I'm sure they do. But I would repurchase whatever is Nars's liquid liner. I love Nars. They're one of my very first brands. Right after like going into college, I started using because there's so much pigmentation with Nars. So, you know, during the whole supermodel era, and I was watching Naomi Campbell and all them, and they were all using Nars. So I was like, well, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So you'll see a lot of Nars in my future videos. Next lipstick I finished up. Well, as you can see, I didn't really finish it up to the nub. This is Bobbi Brown's Sheer Lipstick. It's Lip Sheer in number 4, Plum. It's actually spoiled, is a reason why I'm tossing it finally. So it's not good. I wore this a couple times in April. Like the first time I wore it, and you can kind of see a little bit of something growing on the outside, the bacteria. I wore this one time in April, and then I was like, there's something not right with my lips. And then I remember eating, and the food tasted rancid. And then I realized when I went to swipe it the second time, I said, this lipstick is really old. It doesn't smell old, but it smells like something's up. So ladies, go through your makeup collection and spring cleaning. Clean, and gentlemen, excuse me, gentlemen, because I know there's gentlemen out there that wear cosmetics and have videos too. Clean out your makeup. Spoiled makeup, throw it away. It's disgusting. So that's going in the trash. It did its purpose at the time. Next one up is Nars. Yay, another Nars. I finished up, and this one I actually finished up too, probably before it started to spoil. This is their Orgasm lipstick. This is the old, lip gloss. This is the old formula, so the new packaging and the new lip glosses are out. This was my go-to everyday shade. I mean, oh look, I can still make a swatch. I used this so many times. Look at how beautiful that is. I mean, just gorgeous. So gorgeous for tan skin or dark. Let's see if I can do another swatch. Oh look, if you're fair, ha ha ha, I can do too. Pageant. That's how it will look like on you. So darker skin, fairer skin. That's cool. I can do that whole flip action going on. Definitely will repurchase in the new formulation. Okay. Milani's Brow Tint Pencil Felt Tip Brow, and I think this is in dark brown. This is going in the trash because it didn't last very long. It's already kind of dried out, and then when I went to apply it to my brows, it wasn't that wispy hair look, that line that I love, like I get with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. That's what I was looking for, trying to test out some drugstore products, and it just didn't work. So it's going in the trash. And last but not least is this pencil, M by Michelle Phan. But I went ahead and bought this pencil because I specifically wanted something to go into my waterline. And when it arrived, I remember I bought this around right after Christmas, and it is the most gorgeous brown. I also bought the rose gold color, and it's a gorgeous, deep, rich, matte brown, and I was all happy. Now, the first time I used it, it snapped off. Didn't even really apply a lot of pressure, just snapped off. Now I was able to catch it because I tend to kind of lean over like that, you know, over my sink when I'm doing my eyeliner, and I caught it before it went down the drain. So then I stuck it inside, and then I tried to go, you know, down like this, and I stored them straight up. And the same thing happened with the rose gold color one too. It snapped off. The brown worse than the gold. And then I go to use this. See, look, something else just popped off from it. I go to use it a second time, and then the thing snapped again, and it went down the drain. I couldn't save it. So needless to say, it created an empty in itself. I'm done with it. You know, it's $19. I remember, I think that's how much I paid for it. So for $19, I expect to use a full pencil, full of product, and I'm not happy with it. That or the rose gold. So it just turned me off. So I'm just not going to use anything else from the line. As far as I'm concerned, it's all faulty. So that's why I saved that for last, because I knew I was going to complain about it. Okay. Hello Kitty time. We're going to go through all makeup removal. Now, my eye makeup remover, I remove my eye makeup with a liquid eye makeup remover. And then I remove my makeup with either a wipe or I do an oil. I always do a pre-cleanse and then I wash my face. And I'm realizing I'm doing it the Korean way. So I'm now all into Korean skincare products and skincare method because I had no idea until my girlfriends were coming over there saying, you know, you're very Korean without even really knowing it. So I'm doing it the Korean style. Now, Pond's Cold Cream. This came in a set. I'm so happy that I'm done with this. This is not my style to remove my makeup at all. The whole cold cream 1950s method. I bought it to try it, obviously to test it out and see how it would remove my makeup better than maybe a wipe or an oil. It leaves a film. It leaves that, you know, the first ingredient on here, I know, yep, it's mineral oil. Mineral oil is that, it's that occlusive texture, that substance that just makes oil remain and stick to your face. And that's the problem with it, the label that way. That's the problem with the Ponds that I don't particularly like. I don't think my face is, or my skin is allergic to mineral oil. It's just, I don't like that feeling of something is still on my skin, that residue, and it leaves that on there. So I will not be repurchasing that. So eye makeup removals. This is L'Oreal Clean Artiste. This is great. I actually started using this because of Sam Sherman. She got me hooked on it because I know this is one of her favorite ways to remove her eye makeup remover. So remove her eye makeup. So I purchased that. I have a couple bottles. I love it. It's a great remover. It takes everything off. Done. Including waterproof makeup. This is H2O's Dual Action Eye Makeup Remover, oil free. This is the shake up kind, you know, like Lancome's Bifacial, however you pronounce it. So you shake it up and same thing, it just removes the makeup off really quick. This is from Marshall's, I believe I bought it from, for $5.99. So I do recommend that. That was a good eye makeup removal. All of these eye makeup removals, all my products, they didn't irritate my eyes. They didn't sting my skin. They didn't make anything red. Nothing like that. So I recommend all these products. This is Sonia Kashuk, which I believe I'm pronouncing her last name wrong, which you can purchase at Target. And this is her Remove Eye Makeup Remover. I haven't repurchased this. It does remove all the eye makeup remover. Again, no stinging or any of that. It's a good eye makeup remover, but I have some other cleansers, so I'm not going to be repurchasing it, but I recommend it if you're in the market for something. And last bottle I have is by Equate, and this is their oil-free eye makeup remover, and it also removes waterproof mascara. This is the Walmart's version of Neutrogena's. Yep, compared to Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover. I believe they were out. That's the only time I buy the Equate, and Neutrogena was out of there, so I bought the Equate. This one I notice I have to put that cotton pad on my eyelid for a lot longer than I have to for Neutrogena. So I'm glad I used up the bottle, again, not being wasteful, but I'm not going to be repurchasing it. This is a Masters brush cleaner. This I got from Michael's, and this is at one time what I used to clean my makeup brushes. Now, I won't be repurchasing this for the sheer reason that I could have sworn I've had this for probably only a good month, and it's already, I'm done with it. I wash my brushes every Sunday. I kind of call it Beauty Sunday, and I wash all my makeup brushes, and I could have sworn, even if I'm washing my brushes 4 times a month, I should still have more product left. So I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I'm just going to continue using what I've been using. To me, I just think it's wasteful, and I'm just spending extra money on something that is not lasting long enough for me. The rest is all wipes. Look at all this. Look at all that. Okay. This is Willa Naturals On The Go. This is, I don't know if she's still a teenager, but it's geared towards teenagers. So the creator, girl and her mom, created Willa. And this was in my Ipsy / my glam bag. I won't be repurchasing this at all. I remember when I used this, it really didn't remove my makeup well. I didn't use it for my eyes. I would just do it for my facial, and it didn't remove well. I mean, I used it up. Thank God it was only 10. Not into it. I think that's for, you know, girls that are much younger that really don't, or people that just don't wear a lot of makeup. I mean, I like wearing a full face, and so I didn't like it. This is LA Fresh Travel Light Makeup Remover Wipes. This was another one that was in a My Glam / Ipsy. You get tired of me saying My Glam Ipsy bag. And it was okay. You know, I can't remember if it was bad or good. Obviously, I used it up. I usually won't use it up if it stung my face, stung my eyes, or did any type of irritation. So it must have been good if I used it up, but I'm not going to repurchase it. I have two Yes to Blueberries facial cleansing towelettes. Again, I use these when I travel, or I did use these when I was traveling. I won't be using them again when I travel. I'm just going to go back to getting the Neutrogena travel packs. But the blueberries are great. The grapefruit and the carrot version actually sting my face, but the blueberries doesn't do anything to my face. So they're okay. They're moistened enough to get your makeup off, but I feel comfortable again going through with another facial cleansing, and definitely at night using my Clarisonic to really get in there and get my makeup, get my pores really clean. But I do recommend the blueberry one. I finished the Whisper rounds, and I don't use cotton pads to remove my makeup. I use them to remove my nail polish. So I finished that up. And actually this is a smaller one, but now I use the Up and Up brand from Target, which is a bigger, rounder size. And that's what I use to remove my, my nail polish. This is another LA Fresh. This is another Ipsy / My Glam bag purchase, or excuse me, it was inside my bag. And this did a great purpose. It didn't sting, it got my makeup off, but again, not trying to be wasteful, just used it up. Gently cleanse and detoxify and removes light makeup. That's what they need to start doing and putting on all bags. So, removes light makeup or removes heavy makeup, or if you're clubbing or whatever the purpose is. They need to, that would be wonderful if they started putting that on the bags. That way you kind of have an idea of which one you should be purchasing if you're in the market. This was Burt's Bees. I love Burt's Bees Naturals line, and their line is great. It's really soft. This is the one that has the white tea extract, and I thought that was kind of fun for that whole radiance. Apparently I'm always trying to get my skin glowy and radiant. And it did a great job of removing my makeup, and I like the little travel size. Now, 7th generation Mandarin Refreshing Facial Cleansing Cloths. There were 30 of them in here, and this was, again, the Mandarin type scent or whatever the liquid was in there. I did not like these. These I remember I didn't like. I did use them up, but they really didn't do anything. I still remember feeling there was residue left still on my skin. So I was really happy to finish this up. And I actually remember when I would be swatching cosmetics or doing something, I would reach for this to try and clean off my arm because I was just trying desperately to hurry up and get rid of the package. So I'm not going to use it again, but it's up to you if you want to use it. So I used that one, and then I have the lavender one. So I was just trying different scents and trying to find out what worked for me. And same thing, it's just the 7th generation white brand I'm not happy with. So I won't be repurchasing those. This is Equate Beauty's Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. I remember I bought these from watching Emily Noel, 83, did I get it right? Beauty broadcast, and I believe these are the ones that she uses. So I wanted to test those out, and I do remember that this was great, but I think it foams a little bit. If I'm trying to remember, I think it foams a little bit, and she uses them to like remove all her makeup. And I'm that again, I'm trying to pre-cleanse and then I'm trying to clean again. So I didn't really feel like that was enough for me. So, I mean, I recommend it if you're like that, you know, you're not in that pre-cleansing situation like I am, but it does remove your makeup. But I still felt like I needed a second thorough cleansing afterwards. So I did finish those up. I do have the Yes to Carrots, grapefruit. No, actually this is Yes to Grapefruit, Correct and Repair Brightening facial towelette. So I did have some help in my household to hurry up and finish this one because this, again, it stung my face, but I won't be repurchasing those. So I have 2 of the Neutrogena makeup remover, 1 full size, which would be in my home, and then 1 travel size, and this is good for a week. You get 7 in the travel size. So this is pretty much what I'm always going to travel with because it's saturated enough to get all your makeup off, including your eye makeup, without stinging my face or stinging my eyes, and it does a really good job. So this is going to be my travel wipe. And then I have these for the house, sticking with. The rest are empties of the facial cotton rounds that I use. Oh, here's the large ones from the Targets that I use. I was just mentioning that earlier. So this is the Up and Up brand, which is a really great brand. And I use this to remove my fingernail polish. So I finished that up. These are all pretty much the same bag. Well, except for this one. This I was trying out a different version. I get all my cotton rounds. See how they're all the same? And they're not round. They're all square, but this is what the packaging looks like. But as you can see, I've went through several bags already, and I will continue to. I prefer to use these to remove my eye makeup remover and also to apply my toner. I get these from Dasso. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I have a couple of Japanese and I have some Korean stores where I live. And so I prefer their cotton rounds, and I prefer Dasso, period. It's $1.50. Everything in there is $1.50. I mean, you can go crazy in there. It's just amazing. And their beauty section is so much fun to go through, to check out. But when they don't have these in stock and they're gone and sold out, then I'll try and find these, or I'll try to find, I don't know where the other box is, but it's like a pink cardboard box, and you open it up, it's separated, and then it has the square rounds in there. These are fabulous. This one, I always try to look for this little, what I call little sun in the corner. These don't shed when you're rubbing them against your skin. They don't shed, they don't tear, they don't break. They saturate enough to where I feel I'm not being wasteful when I use my toner, or I'm using my eye makeup remover to remove my makeup. It's like it's just sitting on the pad, you know, ready to do what it's supposed to do. And that's what I like, because sometimes you can have these cottons where it's pulling in all your product, and then you're actually using more product and spending or wasting more, basically, and you got to run out and buy another bottle. Theirs, for some reason, is just amazing. So the Japanese know what they're doing. This, I love Estee Lauder Dasso. I will always buy these. I've actually purchased, I think, about 3 of them. I tend to do a lot of things in 3s, so I buy 3 of these at a time. So we're going to end on a good note. These are my absolute favorite. So that's it. That's all my empties for beauty and makeup removal. Boy, am I glad that's done, because then I can finally throw that away and recycle the bottles and get rid of the trash. Please like, subscribe, leave comments below. You can also follow me and works that are listed down in the down bar. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Again, thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.